Hello, happy 11/11. So last night I was thinking today's 11, tomorrow's going to be 11/11 and I'm thinking of pulling cards. And I was actually thinking about pulling cards for myself, but um I decided to pull cards as a collective, whoever's on my Facebook page, Instagram, and YouTube. So whoever sees this video, it is intended for you. I put that intention out there. Today is a good day to set our intentions and to manifest what we want to bring in. Today is probably a good day to do some clearings in our home, set the tone in the home, put on some hurt music, and just raise the vibration up within our space and obviously within you. So the cards that I'm using is the Angel Wisdom Tarot and the Moon deck and the Healing Angel cards. And when I do my cards, I just go in intuitively. I don't read from the book. I rather not do that. That's just me. That's my preference. So I really don't know the meanings of it. I just look at them and just go whatever's coming or whatever I'm feeling, at that moment in time. So the first card is, as you can see, it says, I'm an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. Do what you're passionate about. And when I look at this card, I see seeds have been already planted. Intentions have already been put out there. And this is probably within the past 3 months, 6 months, a year out from now. So whatever you planted within the year past are things that are going to start to come to fruition. Now, knowing today is the day to create more intentions or intensify those intentions that you created last year. If you did not do that, whatever you intended to create 3 months ago or 6 months ago, let's redo those intentions. You can write it out. You could just say it. But what's going to be different from, because this is what I'm picking up from when you did do it, is have that childlike awe. I know in fall, because we're still in fall, a lot of things are like we're working on our shadow. That was something that I picked up right when we started to go into fall, like the shadow aspect of ourselves is start to come out more pronounced. And I know for me, there was things that were coming up. And I know as a collective, I know there was a lot of stuff coming up for everybody. When we work on our shadow self, and I actually did pull a card about the shadow, but it's coming in, so I'm just going to say it. We're creating, when you're working on yourself and healing yourself, and try to do things in a different way that you would normally do, or something how you would do in your past, and now you're switching it up and saying, you know what, I'm not going to tolerate that, I'm not going to do that. Or you're realizing within yourself, like, oh, this is something that I used to do in my past and it didn't serve me, so now I'm going to go a different way. When you heal those aspects or choose a different way of doing things, you're opening up space of the light. You're opening up space for something new to come in. And it could be something that you wanted to create a long time ago, and now it's finally coming into fruition. Because when you look at the card, you see a plant that's, sprouting up, growing, and then you got the tree. So the tree is something, to me, it's like symbolizes something that's already been planted and rooted, and it's already coming. It's like growth, right? There's growth within yourself. And those seeds that you did plant, now it's starting to sprout up and grow. So today is about movement. So if you did the work and you feel this urge to do something, now is the time to do it. Take that leap and start doing it, and have that childlike awe. A feeling like I'm excited, I'm getting, even though there could be some fear, because you're unsure, maybe you're going into a totally different direction and you're a little scared, and I get that, but have that childlike awe, because when a child does something, they go in like fearless and they're excited. It's time just to jump in and do it, because knowing that you're divinely guided. The next card is the Wheel. And this is even more of a validation. A fresh new start or an end of delays, sudden or unexpected progress, a very positive change in your life, travel, or a new vehicle. Again, I feel like, the old self, the old way of doing things is falling to the side, right? Because you're learning new ways to do things. So this is where that new start comes in. Again, unexpected progress. We got growth from the past and we're growing. And this is what creates that movement. Like, okay, I'm ready. I'm feeling that urge. I'm just going to jump and do it. I know there's a lot of people that are on my page that are just waiting for that moment. Now is the time to do that. And I'm one of them too, because I'm always hearing like, do this, and I never do it. But now I feel like now is time, like you got to get up. And if you look at my shirt, it probably, F your excuses. Because I don't know about you, but I like to make excuses. Like, I got this, I got that. But you know what? Now is the time. We got to use this energy to create what we've always wanted. And I know there is a lot of things that are going on, and there may be some people that are just not doing or they're at a place where they can no longer be anymore. And they're sitting on something that they're passionate about. And if you are able to do it, and if you have the opportunity to create something with your passion and you want to go like full, like head on, now is the time to take that opportunity to use the energy that is coming in right now. And it's going to be here for a while. Use that energy to, push you through. Use that momentum to bring you forward into whatever you want to do. The next card is, there is medicine in my shadow. We all have shadow aspects of ourselves. It always comes up. But for me, from my understanding of it, and again, everybody has different ways of viewing the shadow, if you want to call it your ego, however you want to call it. There's nothing negative about your shadow. There is just parts of you that needs to be healed, whether if it's something that happens, from our childhood to our teenage, adult, the shadow part comes in, he or she creeps in and says, hey, this is, you're acting a certain way, and then you realize, okay, this way does not serve me. And when it comes forward, that's when you're supposed to, that's when you take an opportunity to, hey, like, what's going on? Why am I feeling this type of way? Why is this shadow part of me coming up? What does it stem from? Where does it come from? What emotions are behind it? How does it affect me? I know it's a lot, but this is how we start to heal within ourselves. Why does that commercial make me mad? Why does that person upset me? Why is this driver? It could be something so small, but the small stuff could be a trigger. Why does that trigger you? Why isn't there no patience? Why isn't there empathy? Whatever it is, there's so many things that could be coming forward. Or there could be like, why did I choose to do that? When it's something that I know that, like, it's almost like the hamster wheel. Like, I'm always doing that, but why is that? So when you start to look within yourself and realize, in your shadow self, like, or maybe there was something that you said that wasn't, nice. And you think like, well, where does that stem from? Why did I say that? Why did I act that way? There's a lot of things. When you start to work in realize your shadow self, and when you start to hone in on that, you bring healing, you bring understanding, you bring empathy for yourself, and then you get down to the root of the cause, like why, how, where does this come from? Why did this happen? You know what I mean? And once you start to go through all that, then you get to heal that part of you, because guess what? Most of the time when you heal that part, and when a situation comes to you, you're going to act different. You're going to do things differently. And that's how you know, and this is from my understanding, that's how you know that you started to heal those shadow aspects of you. Everybody has moments, don't get me wrong. Everybody has the shadow self coming forward. and sometimes it serves a purpose. But at the same time, we are mirrors of each other. We reflect, what is hidden within us that needs to be healed. So when you start to work on yourself and your shadow, the shadow aspect of yourself, like another thing is lack, having lack, not feeling like you're worthy or deserving. Those are things that you need to heal. And where does that stem from? Why don't you feel deserving? This is where you dig down deep within yourself and see, like, well, where does it come from? When did I start feeling like that? Was it something that happened? Sometimes, when you go see a healer or you get a reading or a reading with a healing, they can dig down and, see where this stems from, and it brings it forward. But at the same time, when you go and see that person, and this is for all the healers that are on my page, and the shamanic practitioners and the Reiki, anybody, and, and we kind of know, like, how it feels, because we're daily working on ourselves every single day, and we know how it is. But but there's something that I always say when I conduct a healing, is that, I can only do so much, right? I'm just like a vessel. I'm just whatever coming, and it's honestly, it's coming from within the person and from their spiritual team and source. I'm hearing, right? And seeing, we're going through play by play what's going on, and I can give them everything that's coming and help clear and, whatever it is. But at the same time, that person needs to be open and receptive to wanting it and doing it too. Because once that's done, whether you're walking out of that place or the healing's done, it's their job to keep up with it, and learn how to do this. With the whole spirituality, people think it's like rainbow sunshines and butterflies and it's wonderful. No, it's nitty. It's like getting down to the rawness of you, and there's highs and lows. It's not always rainbows and sunshines and butterflies. It's not. And that's for anybody that is willing and open to do the healing work. And you can't force it. That's another thing. You can't force it on someone. You got to allow them just to go with it. And, whether it's your significant other or it's like someone close to you, a friend, sometimes they have to go through these emotions and scenarios and it sucks, because not that it sucks, because it's for us to see too. But the best thing you could do is just hold space. You can't absorb it, right? You just observer and hold space for them. And whether the power of prayer, you can send healing energy, healing vibes when they start to realize what they need to do and working within themselves, working through those old aspects of them that are coming up, because now is the time where those shadow parts have been coming up since like fall. I felt like a lot of it, I felt guided to start clearing more and more and more, so I can open myself for what's to come from the end of fall to winter and going into spring, because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on and we all see it, right? We all see for what it is. The best thing you can do is just, focus on you, because at the end of the day, when you start focusing on yourself and how you view things and how you see things, and when you're clearing those old aspects of you, you're making a ripple effect, believe it or not. And if you don't believe in energy, that's fine. But I'm a firm believer on energy as a collective. We all feel it. We all feel it, whether you believe that or not. We are all affected by it. And if you're not protecting yourself, then yes, you're going to feel it even more. It's going to intensify. So the best thing that we can do, and you probably always see these quotes, is work on yourself. If you want to change the world, work on you. That is the only way. And this card stands out to me the most is because, you know, when you look at the owl, it holds the wisdom. Everything, you have it. She has the owl on her head. You hold all the tools, everything that you need. You just need to sit and learn and to listen within yourself, your heart center, your soul. So your shadow is your medicine. That is the part that you need to see, because it comes out. And when you see that, that's when you know, like, start working on those parts of you, how you react, what you're doing, what choices are you making. You know, look at all that. And then I move on to the next card, which is the Healing Angel card. And it's Archangel Raphael. And feel yourself surrounded by the emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear, and the sun will shine eternally bright, and trust. I love these cards. And again, like, visualizing yourself in that green light it brings healing. It can, with the heart center, the heart chakra is green. Just allow that emerald green light just to surround you and cleanse those old aspects of you. And trust. And if you are going to sit with yourself today, like in meditation and seeing what needs to be healing, you know, just trust the information that you're getting. And I know sometimes it could be hard to sit in meditation because your mind's going, you know, crazy, but it might be a good day to do that. Blue Angel, I, Archangel Michael, am here by your side. I am all around you and forever protect you. Remember this whenever you feel fearful. I love you and all is well. And that's the card. So Archangel Michael is a form of protection. You know, sometimes I call on him. And again, if I feel any type of like fear, I always release it. You know, I do like this whole little protection prayer thing, and, you know, in Jesus's name, you know, I say whatever, and that's for me, my family. But sometimes we can get into that state of fear when we're doing something new because it's unknown territory, you know, and I get it. It makes me nervous. Sometimes people may have anxiety too, but sometimes things happen where old things, old jobs, or jobs that you're at right now are no longer serving you, because we're moving up in a more higher space energetically, and maybe you're not supposed to be there anymore. Maybe you're going into a new spot where it matches like your energy, or it could be maybe it's time to bring your passion to light. You know, maybe it's time to show the world what you have, you know, and maybe there could be a lot of people that need that. So with today, I wish you guys a lot of love, light, and blessings, and a lot of joy.